Hello everybody, I'm Darren Wilkins, the principal at Spring Valley Academy. I want to talk to you just a bit about our procedures for drop-off in the morning and pick-up in the afternoon. First, morning drop-off. As you know, we have a new high school building this year, so we have a few changes. Students can be dropped off in the morning between 7:30 and 8 o'clock when classes start. When you arrive at the school, you'll come in the entry drive, and this year, in order to protect a pedestrian passageway to the sidewalk that leads to the school from the parking lot, we'll be routing all traffic through the parking lot, looping around and back to the circle. Please follow that path every day. The other thing I'd like to say is please drive slowly. 10 miles an hour is the speed limit. Please stay below that. That's for safety, as you know. Also this year, a small change that we're going to have with the addition of the high school is that we'll have 2 lanes going around the circle. The inner lane is for those parents who are dropping off just a high school student. That allows you to go over to the high school entrance without having to wait in line behind all the elementary traffic. Here are just a few pointers for what you should do when you drop off your child. First, since we have 2 lanes on the circle, it is very, very important that your child get out on the right-hand side of the car. If they get out on the left-hand side, they'll be stepping into a lane of traffic. We don't want anything to happen to your kids, so please follow that rule. Second, parents dropping their students off on the circle close to the entrances should not get out of their cars. If your child needs to be walked into the school, please park in the guest parking and walk them in from there. Number 3, please, when you arrive in the morning and you pull into the circle, pull as far forward as possible. Do not just stop at the entrance. Pull as far forward as possible. That helps us to get as many cars off the street as possible during those busy times. And number 4, if you are dropping off just a high school student, remember you'll take the inside lane so that you won't have to wait in the elementary traffic around to the high school entrance, and we'll have a pull-in there where you can pull in at the high school entrance to drop off your high school student. If you have both high school and elementary or junior high students, drop them off in the elementary, junior high car line, and that high schooler can just walk to the entrance. Point 5, if you're one of those high school parents dropping off your student at the high school entrance, be careful at that pull-in because that's a point where the 2 lanes of traffic may be crossing. So use your blinker and make sure that you have a clear spot to be able to pull in. To keep things moving and efficient, it's very important that your child have all their things ready and their shoes on and their clothes on and are ready to pop out of the car as soon as you pull up and have pulled as far forward as possible. I want to say just a word about parking this year. You can see on the graphic that we've changed things around a little bit. Our guest parking will be in front of the high school. Our student parking will all be in the parking lot. That's why we're routing the traffic through there so that we have a protected pedestrian way for those students to be able to get across into the circle. Now let's switch to afternoon pickup time. The traffic pattern will be very similar to the morning. You'll be routed through the parking lot and around the circle. This is very important. You as a parent need to download the School Pass app and start an account for yourself connected to Spring Valley Academy. On that School Pass app, you will be able to note the adults who are approved to pick up your child at the end of the day. When you arrive, you'll be able to hit a little button that says that you've arrived, and that will send a message to your child's classroom so that your child can be dismissed out to the entrance and they can get right in your car. If they are K through 8, they will meet you over here at the main entrance. If you have a high school student, the same procedure will happen as in the morning. You'll pull through on the inside lane and pick your student up at the high school entrance at the pull-in. Our afternoon pickup times are 2:45 for grades K to 2, 2:55 for grades 3 to 4, 3 o'clock for grades 5 to 6, and 3:05 for grades 7 through 12. Thanks so much for making note of these Carline procedures. By following them, you can help us to make Carline a safe and efficient experience every day this year.